Hey guys, welcome back to Parker's Workshop. So tonight I'm continuing with my Lego build. Power is on at the moment. If we're lucky it won't go off. But yeah, so we're busy with this Millennium Falcon. And we did bag 2 and 3 yesterday. Because I missed some recordings obviously. So you can see some of the engine is basically, or the lights of the engine. Not sure what you would call it, the exhaust. It's basically done. So there's some internals. We've managed to build a Wookiee. Very cool. My first one. Then we got this guy. Let me just check what his name is again. Julio. Okay, so we got him as well. We built a little kitchen internally. We both started building the warp drive, I assume. I wonder if you can actually see. Turn it like that. So warp drive over there and some wiring. Then we managed to build some beds, okay, and started with the cockpit. And then we added a little robot called Doe in as well. So this is where we are at this stage of the game. Let me get the manual. I'm busy uploading the first episode of this Lego Ramblings series to YouTube right now, and the second one is busy rendering, if you can see. So, okay, where are we? I think we've done all of this. Okay, so here's baggy number 3. So before I continue, let's just make sure that all the cameras are recording, because if you've followed the series up to now, you will know that I lost everything for the second bag or the second build of this. Wrong button. Okay, so let's check the top down view. Is that working? Okay, so yes, you can see everything including the manual. As you can see, I've already unpacked the bag just to try and save us some time, because the videos did start to get a bit long. Okay, and then that one is recording. Can you see my face? Yes, it can. Okay. All right. I really need to get myself one of those little book things to keep the manual up, so it's out of the way. Alright, so let's just quickly see. So we're going to start with Lando Calrissian, okay, and that's that smuggler swindler guy. Okay, okay, that is his body. Now we need the cape. And the capes always come in these little boxes. I think the previous set, or I'm not sure if it was a UCS set, had the cape printed a different pattern on the inside or something. Okay, so there's two here. Okay, there's two pieces of cloth. There's the big one. Oh, and it's blue in the inside. And then a smaller one. Okay, we'll see now where that goes. Okay, so little man, blue, must be facing into the inside. Okay, like that. Okay, so we're going for a type of Dracula look with the top part. Okay, alrighty. Come on. Just needs to look decent. Guess once I add the head, it will look better. Cool. And the headpiece. looks like Lando is going a bit boldy. Lots of I'm not sure what you call it, but you can see hair loss happening. Alright, and so then he seems to be getting a strange looking blaster, which is a silver blaster like that, and then you have to, I'm not sure what this piece is, but you connect it to the front of that. So it is some type of, also some type of bolt, I don't know, crossbow type thing. Okay, and then he's got a staff. Why does Lando have a staff? Is he now a wizard? Okay, and now let's just get the staff. It's one of these. Let me just check the video angles. Can you actually see my hands? Okay, so you can't really see my hands. I need to lift it quite high. Okay, I guess that's fine. And the staff, it's one of these black pieces, and then one of these one stud round pieces. Just that way around. Okay, so that gives Lando definitely a type of weird wizard type look. You can see it's kind of strange. Okay, so that is Lando Calrissian. Okay, let's put this down here. Okay, so what do we need? Two of those large grey single brick, one of these, two of these. So we're starting to build over here by the looks of it. Okay. And then some of these greys. In case you're wondering, it is damn hot again here in South Africa, and I have again poured myself a glass of red wine. Because why not? Right, so we're done with that. Next one. So the recording that I lost, I spoke very long about artificial intelligence, and I thought it was quite a good discussion, and then we lost all of it. Sorry, my face is a bit itchy, and so I figured I'll just discuss it again tonight. What is going on? Let me just go clean my face. I'll be back now. Okay, I'm back. Alright, and yes, I was saying that I thought the discussion about artificial intelligence was, well, the monologue rather, was rather good. So I'll just start it again, and seeing that this is the second time, surely I can do it better and faster. So a friend of mine at work, his name's Alan, he introduced me to a video on YouTube about artificial intelligence, and in the video it was a game. Okay, there were two characters that were hiding and two characters that were seeking, okay. And they knew nothing about the environment, and basically the artificial intelligence game, if I can call it like that, was set in a little world that had its own confines and rules and things like that. And basically the hiders had to hide from the seekers, okay, in this type of game map. So it's a 3D map, but we viewed it in the video from top down. And so eventually, in the beginning, these characters didn't know anything. Okay, they had to figure out how to move left, right, forward, backwards. They didn't know any of that. So after a few million iterations, they discovered, oh, they can actually move. Cool. Now in this map, the map was a square, and there was an area that had one opening like that with walls. And the hiders were placed here and the seekers over there. So what happened now is when the seekers started figuring out that they can move, they would move and then they would see the hiders, and then they would win the game. And the game continued like that also for another few million iterations, until the hiders figured out how to move and hide away from the seekers. But obviously the seekers were able to walk into this room that had the opening and then to see the hiders. So what then happened is, in the same map there was a box and a ramp, okay. And what happened is the hiders then figured out that they could move this block in their world, and they could place it in the gap between the walls and then lock it in place, preventing the seekers from entering the room. Which is pretty amazing. I mean, if you think about it. Okay. Let's just build a little bit as well while I'm talking. Then what happened is the seekers had to find a way in, and they couldn't, because obviously there was a box in their way. And basically how AI works is it started exploring every single part of its environment and trying every combination it could. So we're talking about millions of games here, and while it's going through the different combinations, it is, every time something worked for it, it would save that away, like in its memory. Okay, so that is what's called machine learning. Okay. And eventually the seekers discovered that they've got a ramp type object in their area, and they placed it against the wall. They had these walls with a block. They placed the ramp against the wall over here, and then they could run over, jump, and see the seekers, and they won. Okay. So next, so you would think now, okay, it's game over now. What are the hiders going to do? So the next thing that happened is there's a 5-second delay in the beginning of the game where the seekers can't move but the hiders can. And what happened is the hiders discovered the ramp, and they took the ramp and they ran with it and pushed it out of the map. So it basically jumped, they pushed the thing out of the map and it disappeared, and then ran back into the area and locked themselves in, and that was game over, because now there's no way for the seekers to find them. But what I'm trying to get to is that the AI, what we call AI, which is actually machine learning, okay, it could only, the way it got to all these conclusions, although it's very clever and everything, but it explores every single avenue, okay, to get to its objective. So obviously the game creator or the AI creator, or I'm not sure what you would call him, he gave them an objective. He coded in the game that seekers should seek and hiders should hide, and then the different types of characters, they explored the map until they could fulfill that need or that objective. Okay, I'm missing, where did the brown piece go? Yeah. Yeah, and I need two of these. So, and now I'm going to get to Elon Musk, okay, because he's very concerned about AI. Okay. And the reason he's so concerned about AI is because AI is going to explore every avenue that it's got to fulfill its requirement. So if you give it an objective and you don't put the rules in place, like in this game, the environment, the AI will find these loopholes eventually, and that could be our detriment. Okay, because let's compare something. Let's give you an example here. When you're working in your garden, right, and your objective is to plant a new shrub or something like that in your garden, that is your objective. All that you do is you go and dig a hole and you place in your garden until it looks nice, and you might move it around or something like that. But never while you were doing that you stop to consider the insects and their homes that you might be destroying or you might be trampling on. Okay, because you had an objective. And the same way with AI, let's say that we get cars that drive themselves now, okay, and we've got so let's say a network, a massive AI that now controls all these cars to drive them safely, to find the safest route and things like that. If we don't stipulate the boundaries and the rules accurately, and we leave loopholes, remember what is the objective of that we're giving to the AI. Okay, it doesn't know, it will just know to get to manage the traffic so the cars don't bump into each other, and to find the fastest routes and optimize everything. That's what they will know. But if we don't include the safety, like watch out for humans, okay, don't hit the human with your car, okay, then the AI will run over the humans because it's not in its requirements to care about them. Okay. Now you must think that is easy, but what is a human? How would you define it? Okay, so like there's the iRobot with the 3 rules, and to be honest, there's so many loopholes in that, because for AI is machine learning. Okay, so it means it's got an objective, and every time it succeeds with something, it adds it to its memory, and therefore it knows next time that it can do that, and if that doesn't work, then it looks for something else to do. That's how AI works. That is machine learning. The other type of AI that people strive for is called generalized AI. Okay, and I would say that is basically the Holy Grail. That's the word, the Holy Grail. But I don't think, and I might be wrong here, but I don't think we humans really know how to do that. at this stage. Because generalized AI means that the computer can actually think for itself independently and give its own requirements to itself. Okay, so it can decide, today I'm doing this, now tomorrow I'm going to change my mind, I'm going to do that. And that where would we find a need for that right now? I'm not sure that we have a need for it yet. Like self-driving cars, that's machine learning. It drives down the road and now it bumps into something. Okay, now some developers come out and say, okay, we made a mistake here, add that thing it bumped into its database. So next time when it sees it, it will go out of the way and go past and miss the object. So that's machine learning. And I'm not sure we're gonna have the need for generalized AI. But getting back to the ants thing. So what is a human? So now let's say we feed in humans, or let's say it's developed in a country where there are not many people of darker colored skin. Okay, then what's going to happen is the car's going to drive, it's going to see, oh, this guy in front, well, it's not going to see him, it's going to say, is this a human? No, it's not. He doesn't look like these images that's loaded into my database, therefore it's not a human. I don't know what it is, I'm just gonna go straight, have an accident. So the machine learning is only as good as the data that's fed into it. Okay, and machine learning or AI makes decisions based on those rules, and that is why Elon Musk is so concerned about it, because we humans don't think of everything, but AI will explore everything in its parameters to explore the world. Alright, let's just build it a little bit here. Sky. I wrote some machine learning 9 years ago at a company where I worked, using image recognition to identify objects and so forth. And in the bank where I work, there is also an entire department dedicated to machine learning, for analyzing data and predicting events and so forth, and behaviors. Is that it? Okay, that's it. Okay. So what do you guys think of AI? I can see that we are very close to actually starting to use it. To be honest, we use machine learning all the time already, but in limited scale. And what's interesting is what we consider as normal now would have been considered machine learning or AI 20 years ago. Like your GPS, you tell your GPS where you want to drive, okay, and then it figures out the most optimized route. That is a sort of AI. It looks at the data it's receiving and it makes a decision on a different route and on a map, and it gives that to you. So and now you swap over to that road, you start to drive on it, and then again it evaluates the route over and over. So that is a form of AI. But yet now, I don't think many people consider that AI anymore. our definition of AI or have changed. Most people, when they think AI, they think robots walking down the street. I must say, this Lego set that I'm building here, I'm impressed by the size of it. It's not a tiny set. It's no UCS Millennium Falcon, but it's not bad at all. Okay, so what am I missing here? Put that in place. This guy. I guess the area where you would use generalized AI is where you would send some type of self-automated, let's call it robot. Don't think now of a human form robot. I'm talking about something that we send in space and we release it, and it explores space and brings data back to us. I can imagine that would require some type of generalized AI, because we can't tell it, we can't code it how to react to the different scenarios and conditions that it will encounter. So it will have to come up with its own requirements and then find its own solution. So that is probably where you will use a form of generalized AI. But you will never want a car that can also make coffee for you, or they can come vacuum your house. So those areas where you've got AI doing very specific things, that's called machine learning. Okay. Next. Not symmetrical again. Always something strange for me how some of these things are built not symmetrical. Definitely not the way that I would do it, because I love symmetry. Okay, got that in place. Need this guy. So what do you guys think, what's Disney going to do with Star Wars going forward? I mean, now after episode 9, what are they going to do? I mean, we obviously have the Mandalorian, but is that really it? Or can we expect a different movie trilogy? And why does it have to be a trilogy? But I would really like to see the Old Republic. I've always just heard about the Old Republic. I've not read the books, but what I've read, well, online, not the books, and what I've heard sounds very interesting. That's kind of weird. Oh, so there wasn't one here before. My bad. Okay, that's moving on. pillars. Okay. What are we needing? We are needing one of these. So we're building this center section where the guns get loaded basically now. Have you guys ever wondered, the Star Wars universe, everything, they've got robots that can think for themselves, drive around, speak, but yet the humans are still doing the shooting all manually. Isn't it kind of weird? I mean, you've got a turret at the top, a turret at the bottom, and two humans are shooting at TIE fighters. Now I know that comes out of Second World War, and I think it's pretty cool, but set in the Star Wars universe where technology is so advanced, it doesn't make any sense. Because you would just have a computer that would do the tracking and firing automatically. And the same for fighters. You wouldn't have TIE fighters. You wouldn't have a TIE fighter go with a human inside chasing the ships. It will all be automated. I mean, they introduced the first hacker into Star Wars in the last episode. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because to be honest, the Last Jedi sucked. Didn't like the movie. Two different plots going on. The Resistance was now the Rebels. I'm not sure what they are anymore. They're busy getting destroyed while the two other characters, Finn and whoever her name was, goes on a mission to rescue animals. I'm like, what the hell? And there was no point to the entire mission. There's nothing. They could have just cut that 20 minutes, whatever it was, out of the movie, and it would have made no difference. Okay, back here. So I really hope that episode 9 is much better. I'm much more interested at the moment, to be honest, with the Mandalorian and where that is going, but we've already discussed the Mandalorian, unfortunately. Okay, and I need one of these, and where does this now go? Okay, 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay, this goes here. And where does this now go? There we go. Okay. Next, one of these goes here. Oh, see? Okay, and now two of these, and they go here and here. Like that. Awesome. Next, okay, so we need two of these. Oh, I have one again. And two of these. So we're assembling something here. So these two push into each other like that. Let's just see what's the time at the moment. It is 20:09. So the power, if it's going to go off, it's going to go off at 10. Let's see if I'm done or not by then. Go over here like that, and then these rods, they point this way, stuff like that. Okay. And we just get a single block for this area over here. Okay, and now we're assembling things of different colors. Just giving you a view of it. Continuing. We need one of these little buggers. And goes here. Here. Tomorrow I have to make more videos. Oh my. So tomorrow I have to make more videos of, well, I've got a review of a blaster to do. That will probably be released on Friday next week. Okay, and one more. Where does this one go? Ah, over here. Oh, I missed all of this. Look at that. Okay, so that is gray, gray, dark gray, brown. No brown, dark gray. Okay, page. Now we're coming to the arches. Now I had a set as a child with these arches where I had to build a, I think it was a house. Yeah. That's the thing, eh? As a child you don't see the value in things. I chucked most of my Lego sets away when I was well, I didn't throw them away, but I lost the pieces. And last year, my mum, she said, Wayne, please, there's Lego in the back. I've divided it equally between you and your brothers. Can you please take it? And I'm like, what? my brothers never had any Lego. That's all mine. They never had any Lego. And okay, so I went and I took my Lego back, but I can't build a single thing. So I've got lots of blocks. But I can't build a single set. And the little Lego men are missing arms, and they're missing their caps. So it's not good. It's not good. A friend of mine, and I've already mentioned him in the first video, I think, David. He looked after his Lego sets, okay, and he's got a lot, and he's got the old castle with the knights and the horses, and I mean that must be worth quite a bit. He's also into Lego, by the way. I haven't tallied up my latest two purchases, this one and something else, but my collection should be roughly about 30,000 Rand, worth 30,000 Rand at the moment. Well, that's how much it cost me to buy it. So value wise, I'm not sure. I've got two sets that I have not opened yet and probably never will. Let me get it quickly. Okay, so I've got the Flintstones from the Ideas set. It's Lego Ideas. Yeah, and this is Lego Idea set number 24. Cool. Okay. Lego doesn't really normally make the Flintstones, so in my view I'm going to keep this, and in 20-30 years it might be worth something. Then I also have this one, the Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie. Okay, and I bought this because one, it commemorated the first Mickey Mouse cartoon in black and white, Steamboat Willie, and Lego doesn't normally make Mickey Mouse. And the other reason why I will never open this is because there's a misprint, and if you look closely, that is also Lego Idea set number 24. So it's got exactly the same number as the Flintstones, except the Flintstones has got the right number, this has got the wrong number, and just the fact that there's a misprint makes it even more valuable. And there's only 1,000 in the world, as far as I understand, with this misprint, and I own one of them. So if this Mickey Mouse set is worth anything, okay, in the future, the one with the misprint will be worth even more. So I will never open it, and I will never build it. Alright, back here. So we put that in place. Next, adding this. It's actually David Turvey that got me back into building Lego, to be honest. When I built Lego as a child, but as a grown-up I only got back into it in about 2014. And it's because he used to bring his Lego to work and display it on his desk. And I wanted something cool like that as well. And so I like Star Wars, and so I got into Star Wars. So you see most of my sets in the back is only Star Wars. I've got some that's not Star Wars, but the majority of it is Star Wars. And yeah, that's what I enjoy, and I got back into it. It does cause a bit of conflict every now and again, because as I say, my son builds Lego as well, so when I buy a new Lego set, he wants a new Lego set, and I try and teach him, but he doesn't really look after his set at the moment. Alright, okay, that is done. Next page. I need one of these. So that goes in like that. I'm not sure if I've actually mentioned this. With me losing that video, I'm not sure what I have said and what I have not said to you guys. But me and one of my friends, his name's Cameron, have got a bit of a wager going on at the moment about the Millennium Falcon. Because I reckon the Millennium Falcon is going to be destroyed in this next movie. Well, not like blow up, but it's gonna crash or something on a planet, and it's not going to be able to be repaired, and that will be the final scene or hurrah of the Millennium Falcon. That's what I'm predicting. The reason I'm predicting that is because this is the last episode or movie in the trilogy, and Disney has been killing off a lot of the main characters, and the most iconic thing of Star Wars in this entire series of the story of Luke Skywalker is the Millennium Falcon. And I think if they destroy it, well, cripple it so that it doesn't really fly again, okay, and it's lying on the planet, it will be the final nail in the coffin for the storyline, and there will be no way to really, well, there will be a way to continue, but I think that's what's going to happen. My friend Cameron disagrees completely with me. He argues that there will be a fight, the Millennium Falcon will be damaged, but it will be repaired and it will fly off. So yeah, neither of us know what's going to happen in the movie. We've got no idea, but that's our predictions, and we made this a year ago. Okay, so that's in there. Okay, next. Is that all spare? Okay, so we are done. Okay, so that's where we are right now, tonight. So we've basically built these. I always think that these are like entrance areas here on the side, but we always see that the crew enter from below like that. But the areas on the side always look like doors or something. Yeah. But we're starting to get the size of this thing now. I like it. It's a nice size. Yeah. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoy this, and join me again tomorrow. We'll do it again. It is now 21:36. So if there is a power cut at 10, I will continue and make another one. Okay guys, see you again. Cheers and subscribe. Cheers, bye.